Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back everybody, let's update our view on cryptocurrencies. So in general we're going with our major idea on the weekly chart, which is a reverse head and shoulders pattern, and following this pattern we suggest that currently market should start forming of the right arm. And that's why last week on Thursday and on Monday on updates we have considered the possible reversal patterns around this 25 even area. By our view that might be the hand and shoulders on the fall time frame chart. In particular speaking, even on the lower time frame around 25 we have talked about a butterfly. Here's some changes we have, but they are mostly tactical, which are actually make no serious impact on the overall picture. So it's just a few adjustments on patterns right on top and in shape on the hand and shoulders, but in general overall idea remains the same. Whatever patterns will be formed here, we're watching currently for a pullback to the 20 even area. So somewhere where the bottom of the right arm should be formed. And by our opinion, that will be the decisive point for the Bitcoin. So either we will get this upward extension to the resistance area and some kind of this big ABCD to the 30 even area around the 30 even, or market fails here and we are going into the completion of the major OP around 1223 area. Currently we do not see any break of the correlation with the risky assets on the Bitcoin, although many people start talking about this. It's like the correlation with the S&P diminished, maybe so, maybe it was previously very strong. Last time when I checked this, it was around 60%, maybe it currently stands a bit lower, but the attitude to the Bitcoin market among the investors mostly stands the same. This is very risky and very volatile asset, and in the signs of the sell-off it will be the first among those who will be sold. So any collapse will start with the collapse of the Bitcoin. It's just because of this is comes from the characteristics from the feature of the Bitcoin market. It's just the specific of this market, and that explains why investors will start selling it on the first place, holding the shares for some time. So it will be the first asset that will be sold. So on weekly chart you could see that mostly everything stands the same. On a daily chart we also do not see really big changes, as market is dropping from the 25 areas we have suggested. It's going to the downside, trend has turned bearish, and from that standpoint we actually should consider this head and shoulders pattern that actually we are watching on the 4-hour time frame chart. But first market has to complete the head, and that's actually the moment that we intend to focus on. So on the 4-hour time frame chart, what we have, first of all, if you remember, here we also were considering the butterfly, which potentially could lead market to the 26 to 27 area to complete 1618 extension. I mean where the head should stand. It's extension of the shoulder. Usually head and shoulders shows the 1618 extension, and that's actually was the reason why we also were considering the butterfly right on top. But you can see butterfly has failed to form, so actually market wasn't able to form it and market started dropping. Instead of the 1618, now we're getting 127 butterfly head and shoulders. This is also happens. It is not as popular pattern, but 127 head and shoulders also happens sometimes. And now we are dealing particular with this case. It means by the logic of the hand and shoulders we need to see that market should keep drawing lower and reach an area around maybe 21, 22, somewhere around this bottom. That's the first destination point. And following this logic, there are two moments to watch for. First of all, if this will not happen and market turns up surprisingly, start returning back to the top, it means that we should not take any short position and we could get another upward extension. So that might be, I don't know, we could get, for example, free drive sell instead of the hand and shoulders. That's also could happen. So the downward action is important not only because of the target, but also because of the shape of this performance. So if this will not happen, the market surprisingly start moving higher, keep in mind that it might be still reaching of the 26, 27, and market could form the free drive. But if everything will go well with the hand and shoulders, in this case, here's what we have on extensions on the hourly chart. Take a look on the slope of the head. So just to show you where I stand right now. So this is our head and shoulders, right? This big pattern. Show you total picture. We're just calculating the target on the slope of the head. So that is shoulder, head. So downside extension of this ABCD pattern gives us the XOP around 2180 area. Currently market shows completion the OP right there, shows the ABCD pullback in the shape of the Gartner's triple to sell pattern in an area of the agreement and the confluence resistance of the 2358, 2376. So currently market stands here and as you can see shows the minor pullback. And it's also interesting moment that if you calculate the extensions, you will see that this low stands on the 1618 extension of the BC leg. So here's some kind of the butterfly had been completed. Now if you calculate the extension of this leg right there, you could see that 1618 extension agrees with the same 2180 area. So potentially we also could get a kind of the Gartner's free drive buy pattern right there. It's 1618 free drive. It's also one of the types of the free drive pattern. So that being said, mostly if you're mostly trading on a daily chart, on a weekly, you should do nothing. You just need to wait for this point. If you're a scalp trader, you trade on intraday charts, you could consider two moments. First, you could try to take the short position from this level. It will be not needed to place stop too far, so you could place it just high above the confluence, because by the shape of the market, sell off really fast. Here is very slow upward action, completion of the ABCD OP right there. So this is potentially downside continuation pattern. So with the target around the 2180. And next setup might be opportunity for taking the long position with the upward bounce and trying to ride also on forming of the right arm here. That's for scalp traders. That's probably two setups that we need to keep an eye on. So if you will see that market here is not dropping below the lows, consolidating, starting breaking up this area. So if you'll see that market is breaking 24, 24, 23 area to the upside, that will be the signal that probably head and shoulders will not be formed, and we're going to the 26, 27. This completion, it might be forming of the free drive. So we could see three major short-term steps, or better to say four, for just as a bottom line. If you trade on the daily and weekly chart, do nothing, wait for these points. If you're a scalp trader, you're considering two possible trades here to the downside, with the stops above the confluence and XOP target. Third hour setup, watching for 22 area for potential taking the long position, but we'll see what will happen around the neckline of the hand shoulders. Alternatively, if here market will not start dropping and going higher, instead you could consider taking the long position with the target around 26, 27. It's right there, the completion of the 1618 extension. That's all that we have currently on cryptocurrency.